everyone. This stream start was a bit of a hurry. Wasn't really the easiest one. We started right as the first hot lap begun. This is Pinky, the first one to have crossed the line to start a lap. We've got 14 drivers, actually. Yeah, 14 drivers driving today, which is the season's record. Not quite the record we've had, but it's something. We were expecting 11 today, and it turned out to be 14. So, pretty happy. So, Pinky had a slight twitch at the hairpin. Oh my god, these flag graphics, it's so annoying. They need to fix it. Come on. Anyway, don't mind me just going a little bit cuckoo crazy. Right there. Actually, Wards is already retired. Has he done that on purpose? I think so, because he wasn't retired yet when when I started the stream. Pinky about to cross the line, about to set the banker for the rest to beat. And it's gonna be a 1:26, 27, 28, 28.6 from Pinky. That's the first lap. Second lap about to be done. Siadek gets a 28.1, not quite like the times I've seen. I think next to cross the line should be the McLaren. That should be Felix 1 then. He's going over the chicane now. He's not gonna cut it. He's not gonna cut the chicane like he did a few times in time trial. Oh, he's pitting. That's why. And Aston Martin about to cross the line. It's Giuseppe, who is half a tenth slower than Siadek. That's actually... I like these gaps. I know that most commentators don't use this one, but it's very easy to calculate the gaps then, because it's calculated for you. And it's just like real life F1. So Jonathan on his GFRL debut with an interesting time, as we switched to the leader graphic right at the right time. 35 seconds is the gap to the provisional pole time from Siadek. Next to cross the line should be the Ferrari. That should be Blackberry. He's pitting. And the next to cross the line should be one of the Kicksaubers. That should be Siadek, but he's on an in-lap. See if anyone is on a hot lap right now. That should be Mateusz. Mateusz is on a hot lap. No one expected Mateusz to win last week, but he did. And I don't think he expected it himself either. Passing the traffic into 130R now, the flat corner. Pretty easy to take in this game. Of course, in real life, that's a little bit different. Nice. Aggressive car. The chicane. And it's P4. 1/10. Sorry, I'm a bit distracted. Let's see if anyone is on the lap. Jonathan actually has improved to 2 seconds behind the lead. Not quite there yet. I think the rest... Felix 1 has just started this lap. Let's go on board with him. McLaren driver obviously had a chance to win in Spain. Had a bit of an unlucky race in Belgium. Let's see if he can improve on this. to the hairpin now. Hairpin is quite a tough corner in the game. It's easy to lock up there. Through the spoon corner. Seems pretty quick, but of course the question is it quick? We'll see when he crosses the line or crosses the sector line. Actually, we'll have okay. I don't really know the sector split times, which sector split time is good, but for now he's going strong. Sector 3, nice aggressive turn in. No, not really aggressive to be honest, but it's gonna be a 28.9. Not really great. It's 7/10 off. And he gets himself ahead of his teammate in P7. Let's see who else is on the lap. We have Blackberry here. He's gone purple, sector 1 actually. It's quite interesting. Let's actually keep watching him as he goes on the hairpin. A bit of a lock up on the front left. But it doesn't seem like it's stopping him from improving his time or well, setting his first time. Let's see, where's Stretch Race on the track? He's actually about to cross the line, so let's go on board with him first. He's obviously debuting in GFRL. He was supposed to debut last week, but he was just too late to join the lobby, and he goes P10, 8 seconds off, which means that the lap was not very competitive. Blackberry using the slipstream to the maximum. Interesting. I don't know if that really gained or lost time. Quite a close call with the impeding there. I think Blackberry got a little bit of a psychological distraction there from the Mercedes. But it's gonna be a 128.4, which puts him in P5, 2.5 tenths off. Actually, I gotta say, this top 6 is pretty close. It's pretty close, and I really love to see that. The top 4 is even closer. Let's see now, is anyone else on the lap? I think Giuseppe is on a lap, but someone is actually in the latter stage of a lap as well, which is Gary. What happened there? Felix retired? Did he crash in the pit lane? But there was someone who just crashed or something. Maybe it's just me. Was on a lap. Is Stretch Racer on a new lap? I think he is pushing. Yeah, so let's focus on Stretch Racer now, as he's about to go into the final chicane. Very neat. And it's going to be 28.8. Puts him in P8 for now. Not quite there yet. 6 tenths off. As a Phantom has started a lap, but let's focus. Who should we focus? Yeah, Giuseppe. We should focus on Giuseppe, who's actually invalidated this lap. That's unfortunate. Gabri then. With Siadek, who's further? I'm just trying to figure out who's further in the lap. I think the furthest right now should be Siadek. So let's focus on him right now. Actually, no, Gabri's further. Let's focus on Gabri. He's improving by 1/10, which should be enough as it stands for provisional pole, which the OGs may know, but Gabri has never stood on pole in GFRL yet. But right now, if we see the sector split times, it's looking good. But not by much, but it's looking good. So, taking a tight line into the final corner. It's gonna be... he lost that 10th in the end. Commentators cursed his real mate, as he does not improve position, only his time by a small margin. So let's focus on Siadek now. He's about to cross the line, and it's gonna be fastest, of course, by 2 tenths now. That's the gap. Who else do we have? I think the next across the line should be Phantom. One of the Red Bulls. Yeah, he's not going quick. So Phantom right now is slowing down. Okay. If that's what we're doing, then let's watch Mateusz, because he should be on the lap. He's going to the final chicane now. You're getting the same camera angle the whole time. It's gonna be Ooh, barely an improvement. That doesn't really do anything. But it was the fastest sector 3. So he is quick. Just needs to use it. So, watching Jonathan now, he's not really on a quick lap. Tread Tracer, is he on a lap? I think he is. So let's watch Tread Tracer again. Of course, he's going for that improvement because P9 is not really his territory. As we've seen in other leagues, obviously this is his debut in GFRL, but even in GFRL, P9 is not his territory, so he's looking to improve. It's a 1/10 improvement. Not much, but it could be a position if he gains another. About to cross the line, and he's not crossing the line. He's going into the pits instead. So let's go on board with Leon. Leon is the next one to go and set the lap. We're able to watch his full lap. Crossing 130R now, about to go into the final chicane. Leon, who has not had a great record in GFRL this season so far, is gonna cross the line in P11, 1.1 second off the pole time. Let's see who is next to do a lap. I think it should be Christian. So let's watch him. Of course, TGF driver. We have great expectations because he's quick. He can be quick, but this is not his most confident track. That's all I'm saying. But the Bulgarian, he really is hungry for a victory in GFRL. Going to the S's. Place where he is the least confident, and this shows it. He goes over the curb, touches a bit too much of the curb, and slides, has to go offline. But he carries on with his lap, see if there's going to be an improvement. And actually he does improve by a 10th. He locks up his front right. He backs off. Don't really why he backed out, but he did apparently. So let's see who should be next across the line. It should be Giuseppe, who's improving. It could be provisional pole here for Giuseppe, although this chicane, from what I've seen, isn't the most convincing. But is it going to be enough? Yes, it is for pole. And Leonardo, without setting a time, has retired from the session. Let's see, is anyone else going to cross the line soon? I think the next one will be Blackberry, so let's keep an eye on him. Going through the spoon now. It actually Q1, just qualifying, is over now. Checkered flag has flown, but of course people are set to finish the laps. And Blackberry is going purple in the second sector. He's improving. Not quite enough for pole, but he's doing well. He takes a lot of the curb at the chicane. He takes a lot. He's really eager for that pole position, but it's gonna be P6 still. He bottled that improvement. That's unfortunate, as the next one to cross the line should be Tjadek, who is improving. He's looking to take this pole position back. Is it going to be enough? Yes, it is! By almost a tenth. And who's going to be next to cross the line? Who's going to be next? I actually don't know. It should be Thread Racer, actually. Thread Racer, he's improving a lot. He's improving a lot. He could enter the top 4, top 3 even maybe here. Let's see. Oh, he invalidates! And he crashes. Thread Racer. I don't know, mate. Did you think that the barrier was wards or what? That was quite the interesting tactic. Although, I don't think the people like his car being out there. Giuseppe not improving. Christian steals pole from his teammate. It's a Kick Sauber 1-2. As I don't think other people are improving. I think, they are not improving. It's Christian who gets pole position by a tenth of a second to his teammate. So it's a Kick Sauber 1-2 in qualifying here in Japan. The track where he wasn't confident, he's aced it in qualifying. And he's now a GFRL pole sitter. GG. Here we've got our qualifying results. Let's take a screenshot real quick. And let's read the server if there is any decision I need to make. This is by far the best season that Sauber has had in GFRL. Of course, I'm not being very friendly towards myself. Because I've been a Sauber driver in GFRL for 2 seasons. But, yeah. Of course, the most iconic moment being just missing out on a win by 1 corner. And, yeah, of course, Tjadek has won a race already for Sauber, so he's already improved on it. And with this lineup, Tjadek and Christian, it's got a lot of constructors potential. Really. Because, yeah, I'm happy for my old team. Of course, my other old teams, Ferrari's doing very good as well, with at least the potential of the drivers, because their potential is great. BlackBerry, of course, has been a championship runner-up, if I'm correct, in Season 5. And Seiko, of course, he's new to GFRL, but not new to league racing, and he's done a pretty good job so far. And that's a very nice duo, although Seiko isn't racing, but the lights are on. And they're out here in Japan as Christian gets a good getaway. Tjadek doesn't. He pushes Giuseppe wide, and that allows Mateusz maybe to take P2, but no, it's Giuseppe who takes P2 and Tjadek drops to P4. Gabri also has a massive drop, and Felix 1 has the biggest drop. Again, he's on the grass, just like in the last race. And there's even a bigger crash. Who was that? That was Leon. Leon's in the back now. Christian leading by half a second. And I don't really know how much everything has changed. Let me get this. Okay, Gabri has lost 4 places. Not really great. Felix 1, Leon, of course, after spinning, have both lost 3 places. Actually, Felix has gone past Wards. I assume Wards is in AI. Okay, no, he's actually driving, I think. That's not really AI doing this. So, we've got a race on our hands. But Tjadek has slipped in the start, and I don't think he's very happy with that. But he's got time and room to get these positions back. But Giuseppe is putting pressure. He's putting pressure on Christian. As we see the possible race strategies, medium hard is going to be the strategy probably. And I don't know which tires everyone is on. Okay, so Tjadek is on hards. That explains the bad start compared to the others. As there is another yellow flag. That's Leonardo. He's pitting. Does he have any damage? It's oh, he's already retiring. Interesting. As Wards and Felix are battling right now. Very nice battle as Wards has a little bit of a slip. Ooh, that was very tight. Although Felix has great reflexes, as you can see here. But I don't think he will let this slip really, because it's lost him a bit of track position. Let's go back to the front right now. Actually, let's see BlackBerry. That's the closest gap we've got. Actually, never mind, because BlackBerry just locked up. And now he's under pressure from Gabri as he goes wide. Gabri sees the inside opening up, but it's not quite enough for a switchback, as he's still a bit too far behind. But he's looking to make a move. He's got a lot of overspeed, but Spoon isn't really the corner for a move. Gabri knows that, and he backed out. It's mixed feelings this race so far. Of course, the only position changes we've seen are from spins, half spins, or crashes. Barely really any overtakes. But as we watch Gabri now, he's gonna put it next to BlackBerry. No, he isn't. He's not going to put it next to BlackBerry at the chicane, as Mateusz is the fastest man on track. And we see Giuseppe, he's about to take the lead. He took the lead. We had a front row view there from Mateusz's onboard, as Christian lost his pole position to Giuseppe, who's looking very good on the race pace so far. Of course, he's not done league racing for a long time. Actually, I think I've done league racing twice this time. But he's looking very good. Of course, Giuseppe is a karting driver, so he knows the racing. He knows how to race. Of course, this game is far from reality. And you need to learn this game as if it's real life. And Leon has just slowed down. I don't really know his tactics here, but sure. Giuseppe now has a 7/10 lead over Christian, but that of course does not eliminate DRS from the situation, as we've got a clear train. As you can see the gap here between the two V-Carb teammates. That's a big gap. So Mateusz has all the room he needs, thanks to his teammate, and he's going to put the pressure on Christian. He's got more speed. Is he going to pull off the move? Easily. And Giuseppe is driving away. Of course, now he has to keep Mateusz behind instead of Christian. And Mateusz is up into P2. V-Carb getting the better here in the Constructors' Championship. I think if we pop up some live standings right now, V-Carb should be leading the championship, but of course it's only lap 4. Everything can still change. This Christian is pretty close to Mateusz, but it seems like race pace is not really on his side right now, at least in the early stages. And yeah, Mateusz doing a really great job. As we see Thread Racer here, as Wards is retired, and there's a safety car. Thread Racer was just in time to make a move on Siadek, the championship leader, who is down into P6. But he's got a comfortable lead. As Wards, I don't know where he crashed, but he crashed. That's for sure. As Giuseppe leads the race. And this is good for the medium runners, not very good for the hard runners, as the medium runners can technically think of a pit stop. But the question is it going to be quicker? Like, is there a risk of having to do a two stopper? Of course, in Brazil, I've been on the hards for this amount of time. It could work. It could work, as I have shown myself. Maybe that's a bit of bias from myself, but Mateusz opts to stay out, and Christian and Giuseppe, they have gone in, which means that there is now a V-Carb 1-2 in Japan. Something that you could not dream about in real life. As Mateusz is leading the race from Pinky. Pinky obviously has been on one podium last season. A photo finish with Siadek, earned in P3 in Baku. This could be a second. You never know. But of course, Giuseppe, Christian, Gabri, Blackberry, Felix, Jonathan, Leon, they have all pitted. And there will be some sort of advantage here. As Christian actually and Siadek has stayed out. Christian has opted to go onto the hards again, which means that he's going to do a two stopper. But for now, the leader is Mateusz. I have to add, only Siadek was on the hards from the Kick Saubers. And Christian was on the medium. He's now gone on to the hard. My mistake. Safety cars going in as Mateusz will be taking the restart in his V-Carb from his teammates. Is his teammate going to do some team play here? As it's very close here between the leaders. As Mateusz gets the better getaway. But in the end, the higher speed is for Pinky. Is he going to try and take his first race lead from his teammate? No, he backs out. He's backed out. Yeah. As the V-Carb stay 1-2 for now, but Threat Racer is on his ass. As oh, there goes Ciatic into the wall, and that's very unfortunate. As I think he's taken Leon with him. Could be. No, really. No, I don't think he has, but Leon's just dropped the position. As Mateusz already has an 8/10 lead at the end of Sector 1. His teammate really helping him there. As we go on board with Threat Racer, who is looking to make a move. Ooh, wheel banging here. I was missing the action. But there was wheel banging between Pinky and Threat Racer. And now Giuseppe is looking to pass Threat Racer on the fresher tires, of course. But Threat Racer's got more speed. He's going to look to make a move on Pinky. But it's very tight and Pinky just about squeezes past. And now Giuseppe is also past Threat Racer. That's unfortunate for Threat Racer right there. 3 S's, beautiful camera angle. Ciatic pits onto new mediums. That's unfortunate for Ciatic, as we're going to back to the normal HUD. And Giuseppe really putting Pinky under pressure here for the P2. Yeah, that's going to be a move. That's going to be a move. Late braking from Giuseppe, and he's gone past. Does he make it stick, or does Pinky make a switchback? No, he makes it stick. Giuseppe up into P2. Makes it the TGF 1-2. I'm sweating. Oh, Jesus. Threat Racer. And actually, that's... Look at this. That camera angle is crazy. Actually, I like this. Christian, of course, wants to get past Gabri here, the pole sitter. He's gonna have DRS, but so will Gabri. Is Gabri gonna get any closer to Threat Racer? No. But Mateusz is running away with that lead right now. Let's go through the S's again. Little bit boring, but we'll take it. As actually Leon has made a move on Jonathan. Jonathan wants to get it back. But in the S's, that's quite difficult. Ooh, Leon with a massive twitch there. This could allow a switchback. No, Jonathan does not make a switchback happen. Of course, the speed loss wasn't really that much from Leon. So he's got a bit lucky there. So Leon runs away again. Felix now in the back of Blackberry. Can he make something work here for P7? Of course, Blackberry not in his form of 2 seasons ago. He's turned off the line. He has to get a bit used to that. But once he's mastered it, he's going to be really quick. Felix was looking for gap, but there goes Blackberry. Oh no! That's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. Blackberry's locked up and spun at the chicane. Touched too much grass, I think. That's really unfortunate. Stretch Racer gets past Pinky now, and actually Giuseppe has taken the lead, and we missed that. I'm so sorry, I'm such a bad commentator then. But Giuseppe is now in the lead of this race, as Mateusz already lost 7/10 some. Is it the dirty air, or is something happening like with tire wear? Does Giuseppe have less tire wear? Actually, Felix has gone past Christian now. And there's been a lockup, but not quite the lockup that makes the driver go wide. Let's see if Felix can gain any more positions. He's been pushing through lately. Let's see if he can gain another position to enter the top 5. As someone was ghosting there. Stretch Racer was ghosting. And Pinky's gone past, but Stretch Racer is disconnected. And there goes the podium for Stretch Racer. He's dropped all the way down to P7. About to be P8 as well, as Phantom, of course. It's much faster than the AI. And that's really unlucky here from Stretch Racer, who kind of behaves like a bot. So being in AI is pretty ironic. Actually, as Phantom touches the grass and Stretch Racer's AI gets back past Phantom. Yeah, he's wiggling. He's flexing it a bit on Phantom, but that's interesting. Yes, what an onboard, the rear camera of Giuseppe, where you can see Mateusz, a really small blue car in the back there. Gap is 1.2, meaning that Mateusz does not have DRS. Let's see if I can help Stretch Racer by inviting him back. And we are back in the race. Let's see, Felix 1 still pretty close to Gabri. Actually, a whole train that is close to Gabri. It's the Pinky train for the podium now. So this is gonna be a battle, as Felix really almost touched the gearbox of Gabri there. He could reach it with his hands maybe. Oh, it's very close, but no contact resulted from this. See if he can make a move into the chicane maybe on Gabri, who is actually P2 in the championship right now. With the Tsiadek in P12, he might even get close to P1 as Pinky goes into the pits. And of course, these guys have already pitted. This means that Gabri is now on the podium, but actually, never mind. Felix 1 is now in the podium positions, as he takes the lead into turn 1 at the DRS zone. Has a slight lockup, might invite Gabri back, but Gabri could not use it to his advantage. As Felix has a much more aggressive line and walks away from Gabri as he has a mega twitch after losing the grip on the curb, but still stays ahead of Gabri. But of course, this gives Mateusz and Giuseppe a bit more breathing room up ahead. As we now focus on the complete Felix train. Into the hairpin. Is that going to be a switchback move from Phantom? No, it isn't. That was very good racecraft there from Phantom, as we've actually been used to from him. His car placement is always pretty satisfying. As I think, yeah, Christian's got a bit wide. Actually, he's broken his front wing. His end plate's gone off. Where did that happen? As Phantom gets past him. But this is interesting. Christian has lost his end plate. I don't know when it happened. Did I miss it? Maybe. Was it at the start of the race or something? But yeah, one thing is obvious. He's got no end plates, and that's gonna lose him a lot of time. The pole sitter of today. As Gabri gets past Felix 1. Usually Felix used to be much faster than Gabri on the older games, but in this game Gabri seems to get the upper hand on him, which for him is pretty nice. racing here in Japan, and the only DRS we've got left here in this race is the Gabri train for P3. As Mateusz goes into the pits, of course, I realize he hasn't pitted yet, Mateusz. This is his first pit, which means that Gabri gets up into P2 and Felix is now completing the podium. Pinky gets past the AI of Tread Tracer. I don't think Tread Tracer has been able to join back, of course. With this race not really having a lot of action, I can just invite him again. See if it helps. Giuseppe now leading by 8 seconds. That's quite a comfortable lead to have. I think a lot has to happen for Giuseppe to lose this. Let's go back to the Gabri train, which is actually now just Gabri and the 2 McLarens. So Mateusz gets past Jonathan for P7. Things are getting heated up here. Right here with Felix and Gabri for P2 now. Is it going to be a late move in the chicane? No, it is not. As Gabri keeps the P2. Christian gets a 3-second time penalty. First track limits penalty of the day. Tsiada gets past Tread Racer. Tsiada is going to need another safety car as Felix gets into P2. Blackberry pits. This should be a second pit actually, I don't know. Let's keep focusing on this Felix train. Giuseppe now leading by 9 seconds. There's not really a lot that Felix can do to get the lead. All he can do really without anything happening is keeping on to this P2. He's doing quite a great job as Gabri has a 7/10 gap, which was at one point a 9/10 gap. It's now 8/10. There's not really a lot of margin left until he's out of DRS, which will allow Felix, of course, to run away. The gap is not really growing enough. It's really close to DRS range. Of course, Gabri has got Phantom behind. Actually, this might be an opportunity for a double McLaren podium. So there's a lot of smoke, which makes everything a bit invisible, and Phantom has a bit of a twitch. Loses a bit of time and position to Gabri. He's gonna get it back a bit, and Gabri has closed the gap a lot, but it's not quite enough. It's actually, we're looking at the Pinky versus Leon battle that we're used to seeing this season. Let's focus on that one. Of course, these guys have not got a lot to lose. We've got a bit of connectivity issues now. I hope that was only temporary. I think Pinky is destroying Leon right now. Not really what we're used to. Normally those two are on each other's pace everywhere. It's Leon, massive lock up there. Doesn't really help his case, as he gets another massive twitch. Drive carefully. Don't drink. Don't drink. And he's now lost DRS. So let's focus on the battle. For P2 now. Gary versus Felix 1. Gary's a lot closer now this time. And he's gonna make an easy move into turn 1 on Felix. Look at this. Not a lot that Felix can do here. As the gap to Giuseppe almost is hitting 10 seconds. The first double-digit lead. There we have the first double-digit lead of this season. That's what we're on course to having. Blackberry now sets the fastest lap on the medium, but he's on the course to not score any points right now. Actually, Tsiadek has managed to fraud his way back into earning 1 point. Well, not really fraud, I love him, but yeah. It's not really looking good for him right now. The Saubers, of course, starting 1-2 are now 5 and 10. Might have placed a curse on it because I said to Christian, who says that it's the last 1-2. Sorry, mate. Didn't know it would work. I didn't want it to work, but it did. That's actually Felix 1. Gets past Gary here, but this might be DRS games. I don't know to which extent Gary has slowed down maybe, but he's going to try and move back. No, he isn't. He brakes early. Felix brakes late. Gary is going to have the DRS now. As now, Felix has to look behind him. Or does Gary have to look behind him? Because there is also Phantom, who is not really gaining. As Felix opens up a gap. But the white line seems to work better on the exit as Phantom there has lost out. That might cost him the DRS. And it does. He's out of DRS range. That's unfortunate there for Phantom. He might get back into it, but yeah, he does. What he has to do is keep on to it. As Tsiadek pits, he's back outside the points. Threat race isn't a real threat anymore. I think Felix has gone a bit wide there. Didn't really cost him a lot. So the lead is now 11.1 seconds. Giuseppe really having the Max Verstappen day of his life. So we actually see Blackberry getting a bit close to Leon. Oh, that was a late move. As Blackberry is ghosting. Is he an AI? No, he isn't. Leon, I think he's got an end plate loose there. He's got no end plate, but he's still going to get back at Spoon on Blackberry. It's a bit risky, but he's got past. Maybe Blackberry acted a bit cautiously there. And he's going to get this position back, of course. No, he's not. As Mateusz earns the fastest lap on the hards, actually. Faster than Blackberry. Blackberry is really struggling to get back past Leon. Don't think it's the struggle he expected, but there we've got the switch back. And he's gonna have DRS. Gonna be an easy getaway here for Blackberry, but no, Leon uses all the ERS he's got. Of course, position is more important than race longevity. So, yeah. So meanwhile, while Leon is killing his tires, Blackberry is just staying behind. Because he's not going to have an opportunity anyway to improve beyond P9. And there we've got Dunlop corner. He gets pushed a bit wide, but I think this is racing. It's fine, completely fine. As Blackberry really is trying to find a way to get past Leon. And Leon just using all the ERS in the tank. He's gonna get defensive here. There's a bit of wheel banging. As Giuseppe gets a 10-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. And he pitted. Gabri inherits the lead. Felix 1 is now fighting for the lead. He's gonna take it. He's gonna take it. And Giuseppe has thrown a win away. Lando Norris style. I mean, It looked like he was on the soft, so maybe it was the right decision to pit. But was it the right decision to pit for softs? I don't really know. But anyway, Felix is now leading, and I think Gabri, he hasn't won a race in GFRL yet. I think Gabri is going to be very hungry. Very hungry. This is also an opportunity to take the championship lead. And I'm going to check the standings for you. Because Siadek is not in the points right now. Blackberry actually finally got past Leon. Yeah, if Gabri wins this race, he will be leading the championship by 1 point. This is crucial. This is for the championship lead. Of course, Felix 1 is not ready to give this win away. But the gap is only 3/10. Of course, Gabri is going to get past on his DRS zone. That's not really a question, to be honest. He's going to prove it now as Felix 1 is going to have to look in his mirrors. And there is Gabri alongside. Really wishing for that lead. Really looking for that race win. And has now gone up into the lead. Felix 1 trailing behind by 2/10, 3/10. But of course, this is a DRS train. The next time Felix gets the opportunity, DRS is in his favor and he will take the lead again. Unless Gabri manages, because Gabri could manage to get Felix out of DRS. Actually, this gap is growing. This gap is really growing. So, this might not really be textbook. If the gap keeps growing like it is right now, then Gabri might just squeeze Felix out of DRS and run away with his victory. To be honest, I think he's got the drive in it. I think he's got the drive in him to win this race. Because the motivation is there. He's been quick in this game. And of course, he's been looking for a GFRL win for ages now. And it's looking like it's gonna swing in his favor. But of course, Felix closes the gap now. He uses a bit of DRS probably to get DRS back in his favor. And gap is now 4/10. Felix is going to get the DRS here. Gary has a slight slip as well, as I think Leon has gone off there and Siadek has gone past him. Was it a collision or did Leon go off by himself? But let's look at the lead now. Actually, Gary's defended it. Gary's defended the lead. He is not giving away this victory to Felix again. I'm pretty sure that Felix right now is the person with the most wins in GFRL. I could be wrong, actually. I might be wrong. I think Domi still holds the record. But one thing is for sure, Felix is very close to the record. And Gary's saying, no thank you, you've won enough now. It's time for me. He's doing a pretty great job so far. Although this gap is a bit worrying, as he opens the door as well for Felix. At the hairpin. Gap is only 2/10. At this stage last lap, the gap was 7/10. Now it's only 1. This is pretty worrying. This could result in a move here on the straight. And there's a safety car! There's a safety car. Someone has crashed. And that's Lee. Oh my god. At this point it's just getting a bit embarrassing. This guy thinks he's perfect. But from what I've seen in his driving, he's far from perfect. So, yeah. I think Gary's really happy right now. Felix a bit less. I think Siadek's happy. Gary and Felix, of course, are pitting. And Giuseppe opts to stay out despite having a 10-second penalty. I don't think that's really the right decision to make. Giuseppe could have served his 10-second penalty during the safety car period and it wouldn't have cost him as much. But he opts to stay out, which is very interesting. And it's gonna lose him a lot of time. This was not a good strategy from Giuseppe. Maybe he thought in his mind, like, I can get the 10-second speeding penalty removed, but you don't get a penalty removal for speeding in the pit lane. You simply, the stewards will always decline an appeal against a pit lane penalty. So Giuseppe not really making the greatest decision here. But it's for the better for those behind him. That's a very late call for the safety car to go in. But it's gone in. And Giuseppe has had a better restart. But of course, with the penalty, Gabri is leading this race. Felix very close behind him, is actually looking for a switchback, but couldn't quite find the gap. And it's very close. Tjadek has gone up into P9 now. Blackberry is pitted. Something must have happened there with Blackberry. Of course, this is going to drop him outside the points, which is very unfortunate. Let's focus now on the battle for the net lead. True tense, it's between Felix 1 and Gabri. Who will win this race? There's only 2 laps after this one. On the next lap, it's going to be Felix 1 with the DRS. 1 lap after, it's going to be Gabri with the DRS. Giuseppe, on-track leader, of course, will give P2 the DRS as well. So this is going to be a pure battle for the win, as Felix is looking to take it already at 130R. He's going for the fake move. Gabri doesn't hinge. And now at the chicane, Felix has got to run. Felix has got to run. But is he going to make this run stick? Oh, he spins Gary out. He spins Gary out. Did Gary stick his nose in too much? Or did he not? But one thing is for sure. Lando Norris is taking notes. As Felix 1 is running away with his McLaren 1-2 on track actually. That's... I remember Phantom making a joke today, 1-2 for us Felix, but I didn't know he took it seriously. Because right now, with Giuseppe's penalty, McLaren is in a 1-2 position. And that's quite crazy. It's going to be Mateusz in P3 for now, but Mateusz is having a look on Phantom. He can't quite get past, but this is not really the place for overtaking. I think Mateusz has too much of a rush here. He's got 1 lap after this. He can just take the DRS and do it on a straight, right? But great defending here from Phantom, who keeps P2 on track for now. Well, P3 on track, P2, as you see, Giuseppe leading there with a glowing rear wing. Felix actually close to taking the on-track lead as well. As Gabri has gone past Leon for P9. Not really the position he wished to fight for. But here we have Felix now, looking to take the lead on track as well. He took it. And now Mateusz also has a run on Phantom. No, he doesn't. It's too far back as we've gone into the final lap of this race. Felix 1 is leading from his teammates. And Track Race is disqualified for the same reason as UAG last week. The AI just doesn't bit. And here we see Mateusz just looking for that gap. He's really desperate for that gap. Is now going into the hairpin. Mateusz has a great run. Is he going to try something? No, yes, he is. He is, and he locks up. Almost spins. Almost hits Phantom. But somehow they kept it clean. What the hell was that? Mateusz is really desperate for a P2 finish. And what he's gonna get is 1 final run. 1 final run. There's 3 corners to go. Will it be enough for Mateusz to take P2? Oh, he tried a fake move, but it's not gonna be enough. Phantom is taking P2 after results, but for now, Felix 1 wins on track. Gets the fast lap as well. Giuseppe falls down. And it's a McLaren 1-2 here in Japan. Mateusz finished P3. Christian P4. And the final finishers quite far away from the line. So we can already see the final results. It's going to be Felix 1 P1, Phantom P2, Mateusz P3, Christian P4, Pinky P5, Tjadek P6, Gary P7, Jonathan P8, P9 for Giuseppe, and P10 for Leon, as Blackberry gets the cherry on the cake, a 3-second time penalty. He's not gonna finish in the points anyway, so doesn't really matter, as we see here. Felix 1 has won the race, but of course, stewards are gonna have a say on this. They really are. So we're gonna move on to the post-race interviews now. Actually, people might want to see the podium. I was a bit too early there, but yeah, podium graphic, blah blah. McLaren wants you. That's it on track for now. But of course, the stewards are going to have a say on the incident between Felix and Gabri. I'm pretty sure that Gabri will be reporting this to the stewards. And if not, then Felix should be happy. Here we see them again, final results. I'm gonna take another screenshot just in case. So, that was it for GFRL. Today, the race. Let's get a podium interview post-race. Several people are typing. Okay, we've got Felix 1 in here first, so let's speak to the winner first. Oh, never mind. He just backed out. And there's Phantom first. Requested you to speak. If you accept it, you can speak. Hello there.
Hello.
And that's a 1-2. I saw you earlier today saying like, we're gonna finish 1-2, blah blah. I thought you were joking, but turns out you weren't.
It was a joke, but we've pulled it off somehow. Well, we pulled it off for now. I think there'll be a steward's investigation into the collision between Felix and Gabri. With what was it, 2 laps to go. But either way, I think I'm clean, so it's a McLaren win for one of us. So a good day for the team.
Good day. So yeah. For the rest, anything to add?
I can't lie, I didn't do a whole lot of practice for this one. Came in, qualified somewhere in the middle. I started the race quite well, and then I picked up wing damage on the back of, I think, Pinky. Pitted like 1 lap for the safety car. And then I was at the back of that train for a while, but me and Felix did a really good job to not bin it and not get damage after that, and just work our way through the train. It opened up for us with the cars that stayed longer and then pitted behind us with the late safety car. I was getting pressured a lot by several different drivers, especially at the end. Lucas was very quick. He wanted to take the P2 off me, but
I saw that.
luckily
He was
I managed
doing
to hold
everything
on.
to take that P2 away from you.
Yeah.
Like, talk us through that defense. Like, were you a bit nervous of what he was doing? Because he almost ran into you at one point. That was quite scary to watch.
Luckily, he never had just DRS on me, because either there was no DRS or I had DRS off Felix on the last lap. So he was never behind me with DRS, and I didn't. But still, I was using a lot of battery down the straights, taking the inside line into turn 1, into the chicane as well. Yeah, he's putting all the pressure on, but I managed to just about have enough pace to keep him behind and keep with the top 2. And 10-second penalty for MDM, I think, for speeding in the pit lane.
Yeah.
To put me in second.
Yeah. So yeah, that was a pretty nice run from you. I didn't expect.
Yeah, very entertaining race. No, neither did I.
A very entertaining race. Well, for me, it was really not. But I mean, there were some entertaining battles. But overall, especially like the middle part of the race, that was super boring to watch.
Maybe very entertaining is a bit too much, but I was
For
focused the whole
maybe for
race.
you,
I do,
maybe for you it was entertaining because it was Pichu, of course. You were fighting for the
yeah.
lead at one point. Like maybe you wouldn't have battled your teammates, but still, you were
I don't
in
think
the
I quite had
mix.
the pace of Felix and Gabri today, but I was able to just stick with them with the DRS and the ERS for most of it. I dropped out with a mistake, and then we had the safety car like 2 laps later, so I got a bit lucky with that. Um, but yeah, I guess I was just focusing the whole race. Had to make sure I didn't make any mistakes. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm just typing in the chat right now. But yeah, I don't really have anything more to add. If it was a more eventful race, I would have asked you a lot more questions. But for now, it's just it.
That's okay.
So yeah, next week
Yeah.
I won't be there myself, but I will actually be going to Spain.
I
But
think I might possibly be missing it. I'm not sure. I don't know.
yeah, but yeah,
Hopefully I don't,
next week
because
is
this could be
Canada,
the
final race
could be the
before the
turn in
break.
McLaren's season.
Yeah, 1-2. It's really a lot of points there. I think
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know how the other teams did. I think VCarb will be taking the lead of the constructors,
Yeah.
but you guys should be in a comfortable P3 at least.
Yeah, well, after a terrible Belgium, this is what we
I mean,
needed,
possibly
so
even P2, but I don't think so.
this is what we needed, so yeah,
Yeah.
very good.
So yeah, have a nice weekend and enjoy the 1-2.
And you, cheers.
Cheers. That was the post-race interviews. That's it, mates. Thanks for watching, everyone. And we'll see you next week in Canada. Stream won't look as fancy in Canada, if there even is a stream for Canada, because depends if Cosmic gets the game. But I won't be there. I will be in Spain. Well, not really in Spain yet. I will be going to Spain during the race. I will be somewhere in the middle of France. And then the first race after the break, I will also not be there, because then I will be in Zandvoort for the F1 weekend. So there might possibly be 2 races without a stream, but for the rest, it should be fine. But for now, enjoy your weekends and see you next week in Canada.